I am vibrating with energy, and honestly, I am shaking with rage and excitement. I cannot believe they are actually going there with Tristan. Are we seriously supposed to watch this and not throw our remotes straight at the television screen? This is going down in soap opera history as the most audacious, blood pressure raising mob storyline we have ever witnessed, and I am losing my mind over it. The sheer nerve of the writers to drop this nuclear bomb on us right now is staggering, and I am entirely consumed by the chaos that is unfolding before our very eyes. The absolute audacity of this man. Tristan does not just stroll into town to make friends, grab a coffee, or enjoy the scenic harbor views. No, he marches in like he already owns the pavement, fully intending to fill the massive power vacuum that is currently gaping wide open. And why is there a vacuum? Because Sonny is entirely distracted. Tristan is an international arms smuggler, a man with a reputation so dark and terrifying that even the most hardened criminals usually cross the street when they see him coming. To see him strutting around our beloved town, acting like he holds all the cards, fills me with a level of outrage I did not know I possessed. I am seething just thinking about his smug, arrogant face looking down at everyone as if they are merely pawns on his twisted chessboard. But honestly, despite my boiling blood, I have to admit a reluctant love for the sheer theatricality of it all. I was literally jumping off my couch during that massive confrontation at the Metro Court. The way Tristan just sauntered up to Sonny, right in the middle of fine dining and clinking champagne glasses, was cinematic perfection. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a steak knife. Tristan looked Sonny dead in the eyes in front of half the town and publicly challenged him. He actually had the nerve to declare that Sonny's era is completely over. The absolute disrespect. Yet, the drama of it was so intoxicating that I could not look away. It was a masterclass in soap opera standoffs, and I was eating up every single delicious, toxic second of it. However, I am so conflicted because I love Sonny, but he is acting like a total wounded bear right now, completely blinded by his own personal missions. Sonny is entirely preoccupied with the desperate search for Britt and Rocco. He is pouring all his resources, his mental energy, and his focus into finding them, which is noble, yes. But you cannot leave the gates to your kingdom completely unguarded. Tristan saw that blind spot and drove a massive, metaphorical truck right through it. Sonny is bleeding authority, and it hurts to watch him be so vulnerable when a predator like Tristan is circling the waters. I want to shake Sonny and tell him to wake up and look at the immediate threat standing right in his favorite restaurant. And yet, I have to give a chef's kiss appreciation to the writers for the pure, unadulterated tension they are feeding us. The dialogue during that Metrocourt showdown was razor sharp. Tristan did not just threaten Sonny, he verbally dismantled the illusion of safety that Sonny has provided for years. He made it clear that he is not just here for a piece of the pie, he wants the whole bakery and he is willing to burn the building down to get it. The way the background characters went dead silent, the way the music swelled, it was absolute perfection. You could feel the tectonic plates of the local underworld shifting beneath their feet. It is the kind of high stakes drama that reminds me why I have dedicated my life to watching this show. But then Brick happens. I'm sorry, but I'm so frustrated. Brick is supposed to be the ultimate tech genius, the impenetrable firewall, the man who sees everything before it happens. Yet Tristan is somehow waltzing in and completely dismantling the security infrastructure. Brick systems are constantly being breached, hacked, and bypassed like they are made of wet paper. You are completely clueless right now, Brick. The absolute audacity of this man to claim he has everything under control while an international arms smuggler is systematically dismantling their defenses from the inside out makes me want to scream into a pillow. How can the supposedly brilliant security expert be so easily outmaneuvered by a newcomer? Remember when they tried this during the Cyrus mob war? Yeah, didn't work then either. Cyrus thought he could just roll into town, compromise the security, intimidate the locals, and take over the territory while everyone was distracted. It was a disaster then, and it is going to be a disaster now. The hypocrisy of these villains thinking they can just recycle the same hostile takeover playbook and expect a different result is laughable. But what terrifies me is that Tristan seems smarter, colder, and far more connected. He is not just relying on local thugs, he has international resources, and he is exploiting the exact same weaknesses that past enemies tried to leverage, only he is doing it with terrifying efficiency. And my outrage reaches an entirely new stratosphere when we factor in Tristan's deep, dark connection to Jens. Are you kidding me? Jens is already out there causing absolute chaos, shooting Lucas, threatening Liesel, and running from the law like a complete maniac. To find out that Tristan is intimately tied to Jen's makes my stomach turn. It means this is not just an isolated power grab, it is a coordinated multi front assault on the very fabric of the city. Jen's is the chaotic distraction, the violent wild card, while Tristan is the cold, calculating strategist moving in to claim the prize. The fact that these two monsters are in league together is enough to make me want to riot in the streets. But again, I swing right back to a reluctant love for the pure, unapologetic villainy of it all. Tristan is not pretending to be a misunderstood anti hero. He is not hiding behind a legitimate business front or trying to win the mayor's favor. He is openly bringing a gang war to the streets, using the most ruthless, brutal methods imaginable to seize territory. He is an arms smuggler, which means the streets are about to be flooded with heavy artillery. The sheer scale of his criminal enterprise is breathtaking. I hate him, I despise his methods, but I cannot deny that he is elevating the stakes to a level we have not seen in years. I am so deeply conflicted about the collateral damage, though. A new gang war is about to erupt, and it is going to push the entire city into the crossfire. Innocent people are going to get hurt. The hospital is going to be flooded with casualties. Families will be torn apart. I love the thrill of a mob war, but my heart aches for the civilian characters who are just trying to live their lives while these titans clash. The danger is palpable, and it is no longer just contained to the shadowy warehouses by the docks. Tristan is bringing the violence to the front doors of the citizens, and that makes me genuinely anxious for the characters I have spent years loving and protecting in my heart. Finally, I must offer a chef's kiss appreciation for the impossible life or death decisions this is forcing upon Sonny. He is being pushed into a corner where there are no good choices, only less terrible ones. Does he pull his resources away from finding Britt and Rocco to fight Tristan, potentially losing the people he loves in the process? Or does he keep searching, allowing Tristan to solidify his grip and endanger the entire city? This is the kind of agonizing moral dilemma that creates legendary television. Sonny is being tested not just as a boss, but as a protector, a father figure, and a man. The psychological weight of these decisions is going to break him, and I am here for every single tear soaked, agonizing moment of it. Mark my words, this is all building up to something massive. I am predicting a catastrophic showdown at the upcoming hospital gala. Tristan is going to crash the biggest, most public, most glamorous event of the year. Everyone will be dressed to the nines, sipping champagne, thinking they are safe, and then the doors will fly open, and Tristan's heavily armed crew will take the entire ballroom hostage. Sonny will be forced to face him in front of the entire town, stripped of his usual defenses, relying only on his wits and his sheer will to survive. It is going to be a public explosion of violence and secrets that will leave the ballroom in ruins and the town forever changed. I need to go drink some water and calm down before I wake up the whole house with my screaming. This storyline is an absolute roller coaster, and I am strapped in for the ride, whether I like it or not. But what do you all think? Are you as enraged and captivated by Tristan's hostile takeover as I am? Do you think Sonny has what it takes to crush this new threat, or is the era truly over? Tell me I am wrong, challenge my predictions in the comments, and let us argue about it.